Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is JD Collectible, and I am back with a brand new video. And this is a video that I've been wanting to do for quite a while, as many of my videos. But I've actually was thinking about doing this one last year, and it's basically a primer for people who are new to figure collecting. So if you are on the fence or thinking about on the fence about starting to collect WWE figures, then this video is hopefully going to will hopefully help you to make the wisest decisions for your personal enjoyment as well as for your wallet. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to break down the three major series of WWE action figures. Now there are an abundance of WWE figures. You got Funko Pops. You have um, the records. You have so many different figures, but the three major types that most collectors, wrestling figure collectors, collect are the basic series, the elite series, and the ultimate edition series. And I'm just going to take you through the pros and cons of each one so that you can make the most informed decision. So we're going to start off with the basic. So the basic series, they come in a pack like this. Now, all WWE Elite figures, no WWE figures, period, with the exception of Ultimate Editions, they change their box design every 10 series. So it's about every year or so they change the design of the box. But essentially, basic series is what it implies. These are great figures for starting out your collection on a budget. These figures usually retail for $9.99. I know prices have been increasing across the board for all of the figures just due to inflation and things of that nature. But you can usually find these for $9.99. Basics are available at of course Walmart, Target, the two most popular locations. You can also find these at I found basic figures at TJ Maxx, Five Below, and a couple of other stores. These are the entry gateway figures, gateway series of figures, a better choice of terms. Now, years ago, and to a lot of people in the figure community, the basic figures did not have the best reputation. People said that they were not really true to the likeness of the wrestler, but over the years, the basic line has improved significantly to the point where I feel there are better basic figures than elite figures. I mean, and you can just look at this figure of The Rock. This is a Rock Series 125, and I mean, I'm gonna bring it in a little closer as you can see, but I mean, likeness just looks just like The Rock. He even comes with a vest. This is from his 1998 style. So there, to me, this is an excellent figure, very excellent figure. And the back of the basic box, you get a brief profile of the wrestler, you get their image, you get their signature moves, and then you have a picture of all the other wrestlers in the series. And again, these are really good building blocks to your collection. And to be honest, I've been having more fun collecting basic figures probably over the last year than I have elites and I don't have many Ultimate Editions, but we're going to get to those as well. But again, if you're on a budget, these are definitely the way to go. Next, we have the Elite. And the elite figures are far and away the most well-known figures when it comes to WWE collecting. The elite figures, elite series, usually come in a box a box that looks like this. You have a large, plastic casing. The figures are posed in in an action pose. Usually, as you see, this is a Legends elite figure of Lex Luger from his NWO Wolfpack days, and he's in a striking a pose. You have the swappable heads. Most elite figures, not all, but most elite figures come with swappable heads as well as swappable hands that you can switch out, as well as accessories. Those accessories can be anything from a t-shirt, as you see in this Lex Luger figure, or they could be jackets, ring objects, ladders, tables, such and such. As a matter of fact, not Sami Zayn, this Kevin Owens Elite Series comes with a ladder, and the accessories are usually taken from a well-known match of theirs or a signature moment in their careers. And this figure is from the pay-per-view event, the Royal Rumble 2021 match where he fought Roman Reigns, where he utilized a ladder and handcuffs. So hence they are in this figure. The Elite figures generally have better. They have more articulation, so that means more points of posability. They come with this True FX sticker on it. So the True FX is essentially the head scan. So the head scan should be the most realistic of that wrestler, although sometimes that's not necessarily the case. And I've seen a lot of basic figures with just as good head scans. A lot of these that you see pictured, which we'll get into a little later, that look as good as Elites and Ultimate Editions. And Elites usually on the side, they have a very you have a side view of the wrestler. And these elites, these legends elites, are some of my favorite because the boxes, they have this kind of airbrushed look to the wrestler. It's just really, really cool, really a more sophisticated flair. And there are so many elite subsets. Of course, you have the Legend series, you have pay-per-view specific series, you have Decade of Domination, you got the Hollywood Elite line, you have the network WWE Network Spotlight. There are an abundance of. There are so many different in the Ruthless Aggression series out now, so there are no shortage of. It feels like there's a new Elite sub series coming out every year in addition to the standard ones that come out. And these figures, Elites, there are also Elite 2-packs. There are a lot of 2-packs of Elite figures, some 3-packs, but generally Elite figures either come in a single pack such as this, or sometimes the one or the double pack. You have rare 3-packs on occasion, and some that are even more than 3-packs. You also have a lot of, and also with the basic figures as well, they come in a Championship Showdown 2-pack. A lot. So you'll have those series if you go into a Walmart or Target, you will see the standalone figures as well as the the sets. These Elites, I didn't finish the most important part. Elites retail for about, it used to be $19.99. They are now going around $22.99. As I mentioned earlier, there's been a price increase, so now Elites at Target are roughly about $22.99 per my last check. And again, most well known, the Elites, the Elites go really, really obscure. There are so many. I have so many Elite figures. Probably have more Elite figures. I think I have more Elite figures than basics. I cannot be sure, but I would have to think I do. But most of my figures are in storage, so I can't really confirm that accurately right now. But again, Elite figures are the most well known. If you go to Instagram and just browse around wrestling WWE figure collecting pages, or put in WWE Elite, you are going to get an abundance of pages, results, pictures of these figures. The Elite figures are the ones that you see people making the most displays with, and just all kinds of things. But the Elite figures are really I believe the signature of figures that people think about when they think of WWE figures, or signature line that they think of when they think of WWE figures. And last but not least, we have the Ultimate Edition. Now, these are the creme de la creme of wrestling figures. These are the ultimate in WWE figure collecting, WWE figures. It doesn't get higher than Ultimate Edition, and maybe that's why they call it Ultimate Edition, because it's the ultimate level. But as you can see, these figures they have the most points of articulation of any WWE series. So these are designed for maximum posability, maximum displays. They come with multiple swappable heads. You see with this Hulk Hogan, you have 3, and 3 is about the standard number. You have the head that comes on the figure, and then 2 swappable ones, so giving you a total of 3 heads, as well as you get certain props, championship belts, T-shirts, multiple swappable hands, and these are generally the most lifelike depiction of the wrestler. As you see this Hulk Hogan figure, this looks every head of Hogan looks just like him, spitting image. So with these Ultimate Editions, you are getting the bang for your buck, which is important because these figures retail for about $32.99. So they're roughly $10 more than your elites, but they are worth it. Now, I do not collect a lot of the Ultimate Editions. This is only the third one I have. So like I said, I don't really collect these at all. They also have, with these Ultimate Editions, as well as all these figures, for the most part, maybe with the exception of the basics, you have a lot of variant figures, and there'll probably be a whole nother video on those one day. But variant figures, store exclusive figures, there are Ultimate Editions. There are actually Amazon fan takeover Ultimate Editions, which you can only order through Amazon. There are ringside collectible specific ringside collectible exclusive elite figures. There are store exclusive elite figures, store exclusive really elite, not basic, but there are certain elite figures that you can only get from a Walmart or a Target. Some you can only get from Comic Cons. I know this year there was a Hulk Hogan Rocky 3 figure and Zeus figure that was only available to people who attended the San Diego Comic Con, and the year before that there was a Macho Man Slim Jim figure only available to people who attended the San Diego Comic Con. So just wanted to show you the kind of just the basics. So, and for me personally, I would recommend you start with the basics. There are so many basics figures, ones that are out now, and into addition, you can find basics pretty cheaply on eBay, Amazon, and again, you're getting it's the most affordable option, and to me, you're not cheated on the quality of the figures anyway. And I have a few figures in front of me just to kind of show you just in more detail, what they're about. This is a Macho Man Randy Savage basic figure. I got this a couple of months ago. Really good likeness, and to me, most of my figures are in storage, and when I really don't have a lot of display room for them, so it's not like I'm playing with these at all. So to me, the posability is not really a major factor. When I do get in the house and get more storage, more display, shelf space, and things of that nature, I would like to have my figures displayed. But I think this Macho Man is as good as some of the elite Macho Man figures that I have. You have this basic edition Keith Lee, very good head scan. I mean, this looks remarkably similar to Keith Lee. And it's a basic figure. You have I have a ton of Rey Mysterio figures. They've been releasing Rey Mysterio figures at a dizzying rate this year. This is one of the recent top picks figures. I love Rey Mysterio. To me, has the best figures of any wrestler. I think just about. He has so many different combinations and outfits. Whenever I see a Mysterio figure in the store, I almost have to get it. Roderick Strong, from formerly Undisputed Era, currently in the Diamond Mine in WWE, a very good figure. This is a very basic figure. It's not a lot of bells and whistles to it, but it really, this looks just like Roderick Strong. And again, goes to show you that the basic figures are nothing to joke around with. They're half the cost of an elite, and they look just as good. To me, you can't go wrong with that. This is a Jeff Hardy top picks figure. This is the one that I've been seeing in a ton of Walmarts and Targets over the last, feels like 4 or 5 months. These figures they refuse to sell out. And then this is a Dominic Mysterio figure. When I got this figure, it grew on me. I'll put it like that. This figure definitely grew on me. But this is Dominique Elite figure. This is his first Elite Series figure. I think he has another one that's coming out very soon, I'm sure. But just really wanted to show you this, just give you a feel of, just, what these are some of my favorite figures. And again, I love them all. Like I said, I love the elites, but definitely I'd probably say basic are my favorite ones. And again, Ultimate Edition, if you have the money to spare, and if you really want the ultimate in, if you really want to get to that level, then hey, you got Ultimate Editions. But at the end of the day, the number one thing with collecting figures is to have fun and to be smart. At the end of the day, we are, at least speaking for myself, I do not have a blank check or endless supply of funds. So I get figures as I can afford them, and I definitely look for deals. If it were up to me, I would have a lot more figures than what I do, but I don't have that kind of control. So I don't have that kind of, what's the word I'm looking for, finances. So again, with figure collecting, just enjoy it, get